Good morning, everybody. KT here with Wise Images Photography, and today I am going to go ahead and go over 3 tips on how to improve your photography skills. And these are things that I have tried too, so I know they definitely work. So let's get going. So the first thing I would try is I would go ahead and study and shoot different genres. Now I know this sounds really weird, but my background was when I first started, I was I was photographing and videoing bar and bat mitzvahs. Then shortly after that, I started working with weddings. And then while I was doing weddings, I also started doing some quinceañeras. And then I also did some corporate events. And then I started doing triathlons. And then after I took that break for a little bit, when I came back and I started Wise Images Photography, I started doing headshots. And somebody asked me to do something for branding, so I did something for them. And then I started doing high school seniors. And I started working with dogs. And then I started, that's actually when, prior to me actually starting the company, I started getting into landscape photography. And then eventually I moved into wildlife photography. But every single genre that I've gone through, I've learned something new. And so that's why I encourage you to try other genres, because each genre has its own little caveats about it. So let's think about it for a second. Shooting a wedding versus a concert is going to be very different, but there are going to be some similarities. Like, for example, during the reception, it's very dark, just like at a concert, it's very dark. If you are photographing, let's say, individuals versus groups, the dynamics are very different there. If you are photographing dogs versus dogs with humans versus just a human, there are different dynamics in just that range. And by learning and trying these new genres, you can take everything, just kind of pluck the best of all of it and then apply it to the new skills and genre that you have chosen to go ahead and participate in. And if you're not able to go ahead and do these different genres, then what I would suggest is study the photos. Study wedding photography. Even if you're a landscape photographer or a wildlife photographer, study weddings. Study pictures of concerts. Study dog photos, study headshots, study this. Look at the different genres and see what you like and what you don't like, and then take that and apply to yourself. Now, I am going to say that if you ever wanted to try photographing like a live event, I would definitely suggest being a second photographer. You do not want to be the primary person when you are just learning, because you cannot make up one-time events. So I would not suggest practicing on a live event for the first time without having an experienced photographer in whatever live event that you chose to be in. I've had friends come back to me later on. They said, hey, you know, I went with this photographer. Can you do photos of me and my husband? Because unfortunately we were just, you know, the photographer was starting out. They were a friend. They were not that expensive. And now we don't have any photographs of me in my dress and good shots and stuff like that. So definitely, you know, make sure that you have somebody else who is experienced if you are going to go ahead and try out those live events. But anyways, try them out, study them, take those skills, take those techniques, look at what are they doing. Is it a compositional technique that you like? Is it the angle that you like? What is it that you like about that particular photograph? Take it and apply it to your genre. All right, guys, so I want to let you guys know that I am really super excited because I have been spending some time getting the 2024 Enjoying the Moments calendar ready for you guys. It is en route to get to me. It will probably arrive after Thanksgiving, so I will let you guys know when they are up on the website for sale. I'll also, when they are available, I'm going to put a link below. But the calendar this year is jammed packed with wildlife. One of my friends saw it and they really liked a couple of the different animals that were in there. I do have a scrub jay in there as well. Did not get the picture of the scrub jay at Oscar Scherer. I got it someplace else closer down in Kissimmee. But needless to say, I'm really excited about all the different animals that are in that calendar. So pick yours up when they're available, and I hope that you enjoy them. So the next thing I want to talk about is leaving your camera out. That is the second thing that I would do. There's been lots of times when maybe I've gone on a photo session, or maybe I went out on my boat, or maybe I was coming back from a trip or something, and I forgot to take my camera out of my camera bags. Or I was set up for, you know, a photo session, and so I don't have my long lens on or something. Something went on. Needless to say, it never fails. I go outside. I live in a place where there's like tons of wildlife, and then all of a sudden I'll see a bird and I'm like, ooh, I really want that picture. And then I come running in and I'm like going, my camera's not in its spot. And I start running around fervently and I'm like looking through all my different bags, trying to find the camera. What I would do, y'all, is I would find a spot to go ahead and put your camera and put it in a safe spot. Actually, where my camera is while it's out is it's in a little area where it's kind of blocked off on both sides, so I know nothing's going to hit it. I face the camera towards the wall so that way I don't have to worry about something hitting the lens, but I do go ahead and leave the lens cap on. The reason why I leave the lens cap on is because I don't want like some kind of accidental scratching for whatever reason, even though it is facing the wall, but also I don't want dust collecting on it as it's just sitting out there open to the elements. So I will go ahead and just take off the lens cap, walk out, and go ahead and get my shot. So I would make sure that you can put it someplace safe. And the same goes, like, even if you're not doing wildlife photography, and maybe you have a smaller lens, you have a 24x78 because you're taking pictures of your children, or, you know, a 70-200 or whatnot, and that's what your use is. If you have your camera out in a safe place, you would be more apt to pick up your camera and take photographs of your family. Take that practice that you need. Because the more you have your camera out, the more likely you are going to use it. Because I don't know about you guys, but if stuff is hidden away, I'm not as apt to just grab it and pull it and go. So have it out so that way you will be more likely to use it. Which leads us into our next bit, which is practice, practice, practice. We don't think about practicing with our camera. When I was trying to do a video, for example, I was trying to figure out how can I target a bird in flight while looking through my viewfinder with my Nikon D750, because it was just not lining up. What I was seeing in my viewfinder in video, nothing was lining up. So then I was like trying different techniques. If I put my eye right here and I move it to this side, you know, and I was trying all these different ideas for practicing with my camera. Now, I want to go ahead and talk further in how to practice, but I'm going to make a separate video for that. But the main thing is, you know, I have a ukulele and I have a djembe. A djembe is a drum, and it does, you know, I can watch all the videos I want, but I'm never going to get good at those two instruments if I don't pick them up and practice with them. And it's the same way with our photography skills. We need to pick up that camera and use it. Yes, watch the videos, because I love having you guys here. Yes, read those books. You know, learn from other photographers, but take all that knowledge that you are gaining and try that skill, go out and do some photography. Learn about new editing techniques. Take those skills, get behind the computer, and try them out. Guys, if you find value in this, please make sure that you hit that like button for me. If you haven't subscribed and you want to see more content like this, please hit the subscribe button, and that way YouTube will let more people be able to see content like this. All right. I want to say thank you for carving a few minutes out of your time, because I know time is precious. Thank you for being with me, you guys. You know what? You guys are awesome. Have a fantastic rest of your week. I'll see you later, alligator.